Hello, my dear student. I am Anita. This is chapter number 8, Motion of CBSE Class 9 Science, part number 3. Now, we are going to study rate of change of velocity. In this, the first point is acceleration. What do you mean by acceleration? It is the change in velocity of object per unit time. So, change in velocity upon time will be called as what? Acceleration. Let us see the formula. Formula for acceleration is change in velocity upon time taken. In symbolic form, we can represent acceleration as A. Change in velocity means v minus u. Here we must know what is v and what is u. U means initial velocity, v is the final velocity. That means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. Time is denoted by a letter t. SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Can be written in the form of symbols as meter second raised to minus 2 or meter per second square. Now our next topic is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Let us compare uniform acceleration with non-uniform acceleration. If an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal amount in equal interval of time, then it will be uniform acceleration. That means velocity is increasing or decreasing by equal amount. The example of this is motion of a freely falling body. Whereas the definition of non-uniform acceleration is if an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by unequal amount in equal interval of time. See here, the unequal word is important. So, unequal amount in equal interval of time. This is non-uniform acceleration. The example for this is motion of car with changing speed. If the car is turning or if there is rough road, then the speed of the car will change. This we had already seen in my previous video. Activity 8.8. In your everyday life, you come across the range of motion in which number first is acceleration is in the direction of motion. So from your everyday life, you have to tell that the acceleration is in the direction of motion. So the solution is the object is speeding up. So if the velocity is continuously increasing, then the acceleration is in the direction of motion. Now the next is acceleration is against the direction of motion. That means both the direction are reverse. So answer for this is object is slowing down. That means when the brakes are applied. Next is acceleration is uniform. So the example for this is freely falling body. Then acceleration is non-uniform. For this, the object changing its speed. So, can you identify one example each of the above type of motion? Yes, we had done it. Now, let us consider example 8.4. The question is, starting from a stationary position, Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. Then he applies brake such that the velocity of bicycle come down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of bicycle in both the case. Here we are going to consider two cases. In the first case, the object is starting from stationary position. That means the initial velocity is 0 and the final velocity attained is 6 meter per second. So, case first, u means initial velocity is equal to 0 and final velocity is 6 meter per second. What is the time given? Time is 30 seconds. Let us calculate acceleration. So we have the formula as a is equal to v minus u upon t. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time, equal to 6 minus 0 upon 30, which comes out to be 6 upon 30 equals to 0.2 meter per second square. Now, second case. In this, the initial velocity is given as 6 meter per second and final velocity is 4 meter per second. That means the brakes are applied and the velocity is decreasing. Time taken is 5 seconds. So, the acceleration can be calculated as 4 minus 6 upon 5 comes out to be minus 0.4 meter per second square. 8.4 Graphical representation of motion. So, how the graph will be drawn and how from the graph we can find out the motion. To describe the motion of object, we can use line graph. See, there are many types of graph, but here we are going to consider line graph. It shows dependence of one physical quantity on another. So, one physical quantity will be on x-axis and another physical quantity will be on y-axis, such as distance on time or velocity on time. So, let us study these both cases differently. Next is distance time graph, means distance on time graph. In this graph, time is taken along x-axis and distance is taken along y-axis. So, for that, let us consider this graph. See, along x-axis, the time is given 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, this time is given. And along y-axis, distance is given. So, 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, 40 meter, so on. Now, this graph is a straight line graph passing through the origin. What does it mean? An object is moving with a uniform speed. So, the distance is changing uniformly with respect to time. Our next graph is again of distance time graph, but this time there is a curve. Distance is not changing uniformly with respect to time. Graph will be denoted as an object moving with non-uniform speed. The third type of this distance time graph is when the object is at rest. See, distance is given as 40 meter, but time is changing, distance is not changing. That means it is at rest. Now, from this graph, what we can find out to determine the speed of an object? So, how to find out the speed of an object? For that, consider the object moves from A to B. Where is A? Here the A point is written and here it is B point. See, now we have to find out distance. Distance is not this AB. Distance we will find out by drawing a line parallel to the x-axis from A, that is coming at the position S1, and line parallel to x-axis from B, that is coming to this position, that is S2. Also, we have to consider a line parallel to y-axis which is coming at T1 from A and another line parallel to y-axis from B which is coming at the point T2. So, we can find out distance as S2 minus S1 and time equal to T2 minus T1. We know from the formula of speed, that speed is equal to distance upon time. So, in terms of symbol, we can write V is equal to S2 minus S1 upon T2 minus T1. This can be represented as a slope of this line. Our next topic is velocity time graph. In this graph, time is taken along x-axis and velocity is taken along y-axis. So the graph is in such a format. See here 1, 2, 3 and this is on x-axis and it is time in hours. Whereas 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, these are the velocities in kilometer per hour. See here, the object is moving with a uniform velocity. Only the time is changing. It is in the uniform motion. In the next graph, the velocity is also increasing with respect to time. This type of graph represent an object is moving with uniform acceleration. Velocity is increasing with the time. In the next type of graph, the velocity is continuously decreasing. So, this type of graph represent an object is moving with non-uniform acceleration. Here also the object is moving with non-uniform acceleration. This time the line is not straight. It has ups and downs. Now, how to determine distance moved by an object? The graph is which one? It is velocity time graph. For this, consider an object moving from A to B. So, to find out distance, we have the formula as speed into time. In place of speed, we can take velocity. So, distance is equal to velocity into time. Velocity will be denoted by this height AC and the time will be denoted by this difference of CD. But what is this AC? AC can be considered as length and CD can be considered as breadth. That means the product of length and breadth. What will be that? It is area of rectangle ABCD. So, distance can be calculated by finding out the area below that position of the object. Next, from this graph, how we can determine the distance moved by an object. So, let an object move from A to B. Distance we know that it can be calculated by velocity into time. Distance can be calculated by area A, B, C, D, E. Now in this area there is one rectangle and one triangle. So we can write down this full area as area of rectangle ABCD plus area of triangle ADE. Thank you.